What's up guys, this is your boy, the Average Gamer 92 here, back with another video for Injustice 2 Mobile. And Scorpion is released in the form of the passives and the abilities. The details are out and we're going to review it in this video and also compare it Batwoman in the ground, who is a character which has a lot of similarity, and as well as the Beta Club has a lot of similarity with the character over here. So first and foremost thing, Scorpion over here is an Arcane Legendary, which means the entire Mortal Kombat team is gonna be a legendary team. So that's an interesting thing, rather not legendary team, rather an Arcane team. So that's an interesting thing. Every character, Raiden as well as Sub-Zero as well as Scorpion, are going to be Arcane. So let's look at the passive one over here. It's called Hotspot. Successful specials apply hotspots on the opponent's head, body or legs that decrease damage they deal. The higher combo meter, the more hotspots that are created. These can be exploded by Mortal Kombat team by corresponding successful jump, dash or low attacks. So this kind of decreases the damage that's done by the opponent. That's not incredibly helpful, but how this passive works in synergy with passive 2 is what we are going to be interested in. I did have a look at this beforehand, and yeah, so 3 hotspots can be created at 20 combo meter. I believe for a lower level passive at a 3-star Scorpion, this is going to be like a 40 hit or something like that, where the number of combo meter hits that you need to do in order to kind of inflict 3 hotspots are going to be more, but I don't believe the numbers would kind of decrease. That is, instead of 3 you do 2 hotspot. So that's what I believe right now. And let's look at passive 2, which is going to be a major damage dealing perspective. So it's going to be when hotspot explodes, the opponent becomes afflicted with the ignite debuff, which deals dot based on Scorpion's attack stat. Now apply ignite at hotspot explosion, stacks up to 3. So hotspot explosions are 3 places. If you can see, there are 3 places, so it stacks up to 3 because there are 3 places, and each of them would do 600% additional dot damage with dot immunity, like ignores dot immunity of the opponent, and does it for 15 seconds. Now let's do a comparison with Batwoman on the ground. So let's zoom out here and let's go to Batwoman on the ground. And Batwoman on the ground, passive 2 over here, does 700% of the ground's attack stat as a set dot for 16 seconds. So you might think that this is doing just 600%, but ideally it's actually doing 1800%. That's what it's kind of doing. So that's gonna be just crazy amount of damage, because already we are aware Batwoman on the ground does a ton of damage. So very interesting passive. This is gonna be incredibly helpful to do a lot of damage as well. Let's look at passive 3 over here. It's called Inferno. So Scorpion possesses the ability to do extra damage to the opponents who has Ignite. So this Ignite debuff gets applied while there is an explosion, and automatically you do plus 400% damage against ignited opponents. Guys, this is just going to be insane, because you do 1800% damage, and this 400% damage against ignited opponents is, I do have a question around it. It's like whether it kind of stacks on top of the passive too, because if that's gonna take place, it's just gonna be nuts, guys, because you're gonna do 1800% of the attack stat of Scorpion, and on top of that, that itself would get multiplied by 4, because 400%, so that's gonna be 7200%. Guys, that's gonna be nuts. I am just anticipating this is gonna be giving huge dot, and this is what I believe right now. I might be wrong, guys, so you might take it this with a pinch of salt, but from what I can understand, it's going to be 400% additional damage, right? And because although it mentions additional damage, it doesn't mention attack stat, so that's why, because it's going to be additional damage, so that's why this 1800% is going to be multiplied by 4 instead of getting 2200 is what I believe. So that's going to be pretty nuts, guys. So let's look at special 1 here. Scorpion expertly wields his Kosaria Gamma, executing a whirlwind spin that disables the opponent's ability to block. This is going to be helpful to do combo interruptions. You should be able to do easily the combo interruptions once you do a special 1. Let's look at special 2 here. Scorpion heaves the iconic spear at the opponent to pull them closer and stun them. 5-second stun here at level 80. So that's a bit of underwhelming, and here the get over here special is going to be this one, is what I believe. And the reason why I'm saying the 5-second stun is a bit of underwhelming is because all the Batmans that are there, Breakup Batman, Arkham Knight Batman, as well as Silver Batman, they do 5-second stun at 70, at level 70. So this is going to be definitely lesser than that. And although this is legendary, I believe like a 6 second stun at like level 80 would have been a bit more justified. But still, it's good to have a stun ability here as well. Let's look at special 3. Nether Fire. It's called Nether Fire. Scorpion summons Nether Fire that deals hazard dot basic and swipe attacks from Mortal Kombat team. So this is an interesting team. Not only Scorpion here deals additional dot to the opponents in the Nether Fire hazard. 200% attack stat as hazard dot for 15 seconds. Guys, this is just bonkers. 150% of the hero's attack stat as dot on basic and swipe attacks. So basically, the funda with Scorpion team is the Mortal Kombat team is you just drown the opponent with dot. As simple as that. It ignores dot immunity, so it's just gonna drown the opponent in dot. I know that's the reference to Platform on the Ground as well. The super move does nothing special. I believe it's gonna be a copy of Injustice 1, but we are just gonna compare this special 2 over here, the special 3 rather here, with Platform on the Ground over here. And as you can see, the drown creates a whirling water flow which follows her opponent and deals hazard dot. It just deals hazard dot damage. It is not a percentage of attack, or there is not an increase in damage. So the amount of hazard dot damage that Scorpion team would be doing should be definitely more than Platform and the Drowned. So overall, guys, this just looks like a killer card with the potential to do a ton of damage, and possibly it's gonna be the most highly damage dealing character, I believe. Imagine you have, just imagine, guys, you have Raven and Girl of Steel, Supergirl, or Zatanna as a support character for this Scorpion. It's just gonna go bonkers, guys. It's just gonna be ridiculously strong. So, pretty interesting character. Looking forward to get this character, and I believe if a new solo raid is kind of added, where Scorpion is going to be the main boss, that's going to be a bit more beneficial for us, because what it would do is kind of give us the ability to win the shards of Scorpion once we finish the heroic modes as well as the normal mode. There's a good chance to win it, and it's better than just spending on chest where the chances are lesser. So definitely a good thing that Scorpion is coming into the picture. I'm interested to look at the refactors that are also taking place for Raiden as well as Sub-Zero, because I believe they are going to be pretty OP, and the synergy seems to be pretty nice because they're going to be able to inflict dot as well. The only thing that we need to be concerned about here is that the gameplay needs to be a bit tricky here. It's going to be a different, because you don't want to explode like the hotspots before all the hotspots are created. So as you can see over here, like 3 hotspots for 20 combo meter, and you don't want to do a dash or a jump or a low swipe while you're building up the combo meter with at least Scorpion. I think you should be able to still do it with the other combo builder and then tag in Scorpion and inflict the hotspot explosion. That would be pretty helpful. So, pretty interesting character. Looking forward to see it. And if you like this content, hit the like and the subscribe button as well. All this your boy, the average gamer 98 over here, signing off. You guys take care, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.